moderate winds. It's quite dramatic to see everything sort of like, you know, yeah, it's decent enough. It's decent enough. Morning, folks. Well, we sort of toyed with the idea. We did say yesterday, didn't we, that the forecast was for strong winds, heavy rain, etc., etc. You know, the usual stuff. But it's not massively affecting us here. But it's decent enough winds. But listen to this. We got a message, I think it was an email yesterday, from a United 767 pilot who told us that even though it wasn't massively challenging on the ground, it was from about 1,000 feet and below. So, you know, these guys are feeling it most definitely, as you can see from the action of the aircraft here, the crabbing action. So they are, you know, it is challenging. It's not your average sort of like day at Heathrow, let's put it that way. You can see from the speed that the clouds are moving. And like we also said yesterday, these last sort of like couple of 100 feet even, or even right down to the see the downwash there. You see the downwash there? That was crazy. The downwash dispersing the water onto Runway. Oh mate, that's coming towards me, and it's a big curtain of rain that they're going to disappear into, and that's coming straight at me, man. Just got a glimpse of BEA being moved over there, folks. Oh, there she is, look. She's been down the doctor's, had her weekly checkup. You know, had a probe stuck up her APU just to make sure the temperature's good. It's a rather large probe, you know. You got any biggies? Flipping heck, been here for an hour. Just big one after big one after big one, and now they're sending all this, the little. Okay, Etihad 382 out. Okay. Now I tell you what I did notice was that you know, sometimes in front of rain comes what's known as a thrust front. I learnt that from matey on F1. John, what his name is. Wake up, son! Wake up! Sorry. He's got the right idea. Can I go and join him? Oh, anyway. He's the smart one. So this looks like 787 possible. I'll just have a little look on the flag. It's the 28 from Hong Kong. The windscreen wipers. That means the captain's bringing it in, look. Yeah! Generally, the side where the windscreen wipers are going fast or go active is generally indicates the pilot that's bringing it in. So that's the captain bringing this one in, because obviously the non-flying pilot is monitoring the instruments. Okay, we'll hopefully that oh yeah, it's horrible now. It's horrible now. Oh yeah, here it is. Here it is. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Right, let's jump on some comments. 380 is just going to appear through this. It's going to appear, man. Watch this. There was a bit of fluffage there, wasn't there? Yeah, man. Look at the outer engine, look. It's got no reversers on the outer engines, you see. All you can see is that, as the rest of it just gets mullered. Yeah. Okay, time for a wipe. So it's Friday. It's Friday, folks. All day. It's funny, isn't it? When I go onto live, yeah, when I go into Big Jet TV and I go into live, I select live, yeah, and I go to live Windy Heathrow Airport, and I'm clicking on it. Nothing's happening. I have to go to. What do I have to go to? I have to go to home. No, and it's just not there. Is that some kind of a? Is that some kind of a? It's been like that for ever since I can remember. No, man. No, I'm talking about on our channel. I'm on the homepage of Big Jet TV Live, and for some reason there's a red circle around the logo for a start. Oh, okay. well then, why doesn't it? Oh, it does. Oh, you can hit the live. You can hit the live thing, and it takes you to it. I didn't know that. No, Bennett. I bet you there's lots of people. Oh no, this is going to go like the dark screen thing, isn't it? This is going to go like the dark thing. Yeah, I've known that for ages. I've known that for you. You're the last one to know, as per normal. I had no idea, mate. It's the first time I've actually seen our logo with the red circle around it. Anyway, yeah. So look, BA maintenance active once again. I think they must have had some kind of either survey or something going on with the pad over there, because there was no aeroplanes in there yesterday, was there? Not a sausage, not even a sausage. Not that we would have seen a sausage in there, but let's just, you know, so it must have been his old matey in today. What's his name? Frazzle or Freezy? Mick Freezy, that's it, yeah. Frazzle. Tequila TriStar. We are being very sport this week. Thank you for being out in the awful weather. Be careful. Oh yeah, don't worry about it. I'm all good. I'm all good. Just hello. Where'd you come from, mate? Hey. It's a whistly noise there from 330 Neo. nosy then. A bit of an attitude. So the interesting thing is that when we look at these lights, and then you look at the cloud, I mean, even before you see the aeroplane, they are seeing the runway lights, probably from about, well, I'm not, 2 miles, 3 miles, maybe even further than that. In fact, to be honest with you, on a clear day, 10 miles out. But with the intensity of these runway lights that they use, means they're very visible from a long way away, and that is especially applicable for when they are flying in foggy conditions, low visibility. Christopher Cotton, Alpha Echo, is a returning member. Welcome back, Christopher Cotton. Good to see you. Welcome everybody. Good morning, United Kingdom. 7:16, hope you're well. They did recommend sort of like battening down the hatches today, didn't they? Don't go out and all that kind of malarkey, bless you. It's a 200 ER. Just love with the 777 where you really get to see those wings flexing. Very smooth. Very smooth. Okay, so it's coming in waves, isn't it? This preset. Looked like it was clearing for a bit there, and now you kind of get a good idea of the speed of the cloud, and what they're sort of like, the reason why they're crabbing like they do with the wind direction from their left. They're obviously facing the, or should I say, the aircraft is naturally crabbing. Oh, we got some vortex coming off this. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, bring on the autumn, mate. Now that's wing vortex. Descends at around about 300 feet per minute, the wing vortex. That's why I get it on top of me not long after these things pass over the top. Listen out for the big downwash. Burst of power to get her over the line. Whoa, easy, easy, easy. Little bit of oscillation right at the end. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh no, it's horrible now. It's horrible now. Oh, God blimey, yeah. Oh dear, oh Lord. Oh well. Probably going to be here till around about midday, folks, at the absolute maximum, because I've got to take the van. She's got to have new bearings fitted. Front hubs are a little bit noisy. Hub bearings a little bit noisy, a little bit whir, a little bit whir. So, well, a little bit whir, if you know what I mean. But also she's got to have her MOT. So the van's going in to the doctor's today. Mad Mac UK is a returning member. Welcome back, Mad Mac. Saudia in from Riyadh. A vortex off those wing flaps, man. Whoa, nice. You only had one thing to flare. That's interesting. Kenya Airways Dreamliner parked up down at the bread bin, at the freight terminal, freight shed. So I hope you're all planned and ready for the weekend, folks. Well, to be honest with you, tomorrow nothing much is going to happen, is it? It's going to be absolutely, it's going to be raining tomorrow, all day, I think. Yeah, so it's, I don't know, just, Matt Hall, need a pushback tow it to maintenance. Oh look, look at them little, I think it's a new one, mate. That's brand new, isn't it? Is he a red lady? You happy, look. 350. Look at the crab on this thing, man. Captain's bringing it in. Come on there, Captain. So, what eerie conditions. Visually, that is. Nice. Look how low that cloud is, man. Look at it. Wow, that's kind of eerie looking, man. John McKenzie's gifted 5 channel memberships. Thanks, John. It's like, wow. Oh, and they've built some a little stable. Yeah, they have. They built a little stable. That goes to show, I don't know if it's Christmas time or what, but maybe I could see if there's any room at the inn, and if not, I could just end up in there. But they prefer to be out here, mate. They're hardened, like, you know, animals, you know, big thick coat and fur, and it's not fur, is it? It's hair, fur. Bleeding great cough, flipping fur balls all over the gaff. It's a little Debash mode, good morning to you, LA girl, red 5. A couple of 777s and a couple of 380s following Baltics 220. Be good to see little and large coping in the wind. There we go. Thanks, red 5. Yeah, talk about red 5. I think it was the man that started the Red Arrows. Didn't he pass away yesterday or something? Mate, sort your exhaust out, noisy little git. Oh, you man! I tell you what, if I was a policeman, I would not be very popular. I would not be very popular, man. Oh, here he comes, look. PC Dyer. What? Well, what we done wrong? We haven't done anything wrong, mate. You stop that! Just avoid everywhere I am. HGC. Simon Hunt, welcome back, Simon. Returning to first class, going to be in next week with us. International Mystery Show, folks. Second one we've done. And don't forget, also, we're getting towards the end of the month, folks, and the 1st of September will be the inaugural flight for Air India. And we'll obviously be covering it, but we'll probably more likely be covering it from this side of the fence. I have been sort of like invited by Air India. They've communicated with us, but I did inform them that due to the protocol and just generally how difficult it is now to film airside at Heathrow. You know what, I don't know if there was, but they stopped filming Britain's busiest airport, didn't they? They stopped. Now I'm wondering whether it was because the production company could not get the insurance that they required, because it's now 50 million you have to have insurance liability, and it is specialist insurance as well, folks. That's what we've got. I've got specialist liability insurance. Look at this. It's just brilliant. All we need is a bit of fleafage really, but that'll come. Wait for the autumn, the temperatures to drop a little bit, get that condensation over the wing. Beautiful time, man. Look at that vortex. VAR, GP, VAR. We got to do VAR on that one. And just run it. Just tell me that you're running it. That's all you have to do, yeah? Don't wait for me. Aidan Campbell, EK7, joining the back of the queue. Nice. Yeah, nicely done, man. It's perfect timing, GP, isn't it? Because I'm still filming when you're doing all of that. I keep filming so that when we come back from it, we're playing straight out into another header plane. Loving the ribbons, man. People loving those ribbons. Well, they are wing vortex is the correct terminology, and that wing vortex, depending on the size of the aircraft, can run as long as sort of like well, the turbulent air, the turbulence that's created behind the aircraft, not just the ribbons. That vortex sort of like drops quite rapidly over a period of time, but the actual turbulent wake of the aircraft can last up to 10 kilometers. FMT is a brand new member. Welcome, FMT. Did I get John Mackenzie's 5-channel memberships? I think I did, yeah. Blue skies. Sun is shining in the sky. See how the sun shines brightly. It's a blue sky. Everything's on my shoulder. It's so beautiful today. Dun, 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 dun. The avenue. So, oh yeah, ribbons off the 737. Fact man. Let's give the file channel mentions. Facts, fact man. Wow. They always seem faster, don't they, the 737s? Compared to like the 320s. Hello, beautiful, big, beautiful Thai, man. Look at that thing. Don't ever change your livery, please, Thai Airways. Don't go all garish on us. Just leave it as it is. You're typecasted with that livery. Please don't change it. Obviously, you've had some beautiful ones in the past. But feel free to, you know, bring a retro livery in if you fancy it. Noah's Aviation Channel. From a nice sunny day in the Maldives. Nick Gray. Definitely 737 fast. I did hear once upon a time that somebody told me that they've got an approach speed of somewhere around between 2 and 5 knots faster. 5 knots quite a lot, isn't it? This looks very clean. This is this Qatar. Is it their 1K? Can't see from here. It's a 99 with a flake. Mr. Blue Sky. You had to stay away for so long. I hope you're singing the other bits. Yeah, that was smooth, man. Yeah. Nick Gray, maybe BBLLB said that he flies the 737 for American. He does. Do you know what? I don't know if I ever asked him. It definitely wasn't him that I discussed that with. And I mean that most sincerely, folks. Yeah. Well, when he comes on next, we'll have to ask him. 10 for that, you must be mad. Here, Bert, this bloke won't haggle. No naggle. Look at the downwash from this 380, man. Those clouds getting beaten up. And because of the grey sky behind it, you can see the little plumes of exhaust just there as they apply a little bit more throttle just to maintain that speed. Very late adjustment, man. Very late adjustment. Now look, it's just the inner engines, the number 2 and number 3 engines that have reversers on them. Senior, MP Matt, HGC Raw, Cedric Condor, good day to you, Diesel 13, Ian Baker, J-Mate, is the computers adjusting the power? Always asking the questions. Well, if it's auto land, then yes, but the pilots still have to retard on the throttles, but that's generally the captain. The flying pilot will be making those adjustments manually to the throttles. But actually, it's auto throttle, isn't it, I think? So as they're approaching, they've got their hands over the throttles, but the aircraft will be making the adjustments automatically. Oh man, now you see what looks like jelly, that heat jelly, that is that wing vortex mixing with the heat from the engines, man. That just looks fantastic. Caroline Woods, Melanie, Scott, just about see the downwash that's dispersing these clouds, but because the winds are quite strong, as you can see how quickly those clouds are moving, we're not getting to see that sort of downwash that we're normally used to seeing, but we are starting to get a little bit of is that a bit of floofage I'm seeing, sort of like a mild floofage. Facenia, Zach Joseph Travel, Karina, Jill Perry, over to you. $787. Starting to see a breakthrough now. Just show you this quick. Wait. Yeah, man, I love that swing. It ain't not the thing if you ain't got that swing. Do up, 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 bang. Yeah, man. And that is, that is kind of pilot preference. There are company, as in the airlines, standard operating procedures in terms of their flight training. Some pilots prefer to land it, straighten it up, or straighten it up and then land it. It is really all down to personal preference, but I think some operators have their procedures and they ask pilots to stick to that arrangement. They looks like I see that this United, is it okay? Austrian with their 777-200 ERs getting the shark skin. Interesting that that shark skin has been in development for many years. It improves the easy. There was a little pocket there, you see, where they may have, where the wind may have dropped enough to like lose that lift, man. That was pretty crazy. But yeah, the shark skin, it's applied as a let's just watch this next one come through. It's applied as a vinyl yeah, these are great, these shots now. Here we go. It's applied as a vinyl covering, which I have reservations about, because it's multiple panels of vinyl covering, and obviously, you know, they have to butt these things up together, and when you're talking about applying vinyl to I mean, there's obviously application processes like using heat guns and stuff like that, you know, or hair dryers or whatever, to make the product more pliable. However, that might not be the case with applying this shark skin technology. It's basically something that Lufthansa created with alongside Lufthansa Technik. It's an application that it resembles a shark skin, and through testing, nice shot in the background there. Through testing, they have shown that it improves the efficiency of the aircraft with around about a 1% saving. Doesn't sound like a lot, but in the lifetime of that aircraft, as you can imagine, it will you know, reduce the footprint of the aircraft, etc., etc., etc. But I just think, you know, is it worth the cost? What is the cost of applying that? Oh yeah. I think that Thai thumb can do with a thumb GP, possibly. That one with the yeah, man. There was a gentleman in yesterday, was it H, who was mentioning about the elevators oscillating, you know, but you know, I can't remember what the terminology that he used. Something about Mary Kelly's Frankenstein, isn't it? Look at that, look at that. Why Mary Kelly's Frankenstein? What's the relevance to that, Joe? Justin Whitchurch. My friend is on VS 106 from Seattle, due in at 11:10. Well, we're here till, we're planning to be here till midday, folks. So yeah, AFIR, we'll get that for you. Hang in there. Hang on in there, BA, we're coming to you. So you generally tend to get vortex from a square point. And of course vortex, you get drag from vortex. I'm quite surprised that they haven't developed a curved flap yet. You know, the corners of the flaps. I'm quite surprised that they haven't rounded them off. Maybe they have. Maybe they've tested it and it doesn't improve it, or maybe it is detrimental to the action or the flap capability. Chicken or beef? Watching with a McDonald's coffee, great sound. Well, I've got one as well. I need to crack that open actually. Her name is Trisha Knight, Justin Whitchurch saying. So we're looking at VS 109. Let us know nearer the time, Justin, as well, because that's quite some way off, and we will have forgotten. Well, I would have done within a minute, literally. Secondly, for auto land on utilising Cat 3, the auto throttle is disconnected during the rollout. Oh, during the rollout, okay. So that's when the aircraft has landed. the angle here that this aircraft's flying at. It's a lot straighter. The outboard ailerons, man. The ailerons at the end of the wings. Kind of thumped that one down. Wow. Don't really get to see it because of the moist runway. You don't get to see the tyre smoke. It's not as evident, but they definitely thumped that one down. Certainly not like yesterday's 380s with British Airways, that's for sure. Crack this up. Glynis Forrester, Gillian Sankey. Oh yeah, so the 777-200s that are operated by look at that. Fares asking family members in Kuwait BA 156 was delayed, should have arrived 13:20 today, but now scheduled to arrive at 7 o'clock Saturday morning. Oh my good God. That's a bleeding nightmare, isn't it? Wow, sorry to hear that, Fares. And forgive me for not trying to pronounce your surname. You know how, oh, look at that, the downwash, man. See that ground effect as the wings pushing the air. Wow, that was incredible, man. To see the downwash effect from those wings as they, right at the touchdown point. 3 767s coming in, 2 with United and 1 with Delta. I'll have a look for some more. Aidan Campbell is the Delta one, the 400, I think you'll find. Hopefully. Oh, no. Everything's still good, GP. The camera just moved slightly. Oh, really? Replay on that. Which one is that? Oh yeah, the downwash from that last landing. Might get it on this one. Look just before touchdown. Watch how the wings create a downwash. It does also depend quite heavily on the speed of the air. Well, they're all more or less the same speed, but it's just the profile. What's just below the wings before they touch down. No, I think the runway has actually dried out significantly, so we're not getting it. I feel for you. Oh yeah, look at that. Moody shot, moody shot. I think it looks a little bit more dramatic with the with the zooming like that, and you can see the camera being buffeted by the winds. Yeah, man, look at the attitude of the number 2 there. That's a 764, isn't it? No, it's a 350, is it? I don't know. But it looks flipping cool, man. Oh, it's a 330, is it? Wow. Let me just see if I can flip to that and get myself a little bit of a better shot. Wow. So from about 1,000 foot down is what we were hearing yesterday about the so that's at around about 2,000 feet, that second one out, which is it is Delta 767. I said it was a Delta 767, Julie, the second one out. I said it was a 339. No, it's not. That is a Delta 767, the second one in the stack. Yeah, man, that is so cool. What a dramatic shot. Slow it out of the studios on to these. Yes. Yeah, but you didn't see what I was pointing at. I'll move this mic now. So somebody very observant yesterday about that A330 that had the issue with the reverser doors. Quite interesting, that. She's probably been checked over. I wonder if that was just a, I don't know what sort of like maintenance issue that was related to. Just keep coming, mate. They just keep coming. Nice 767, is it? I think it is, isn't it? Look at that profile, man. Hold on a minute. This is a United 764 as well. Wow. That's another Delta 764. What's going on? Oh no, this is it. Sorry. It seemed so long since I've been filming it that I thought it had already come in. Anyway, I'll get me coat. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. Oh, very smooth, sir or madam. Yes, yes, yes. Nicely executed. Drone Hunter. Nice United old well, no, Delta obviously, but yes, that one third out, that's big, isn't it? Whoa, man, did you see that? Look at that. Wow, man. What a beautiful shot that was. See the one behind it. What's behind that? Is that a gear coming down now? What's behind the BA triple? Oh, okay. Oh. It's just we've got a perfect breakthrough shot. See the spacing behind that triple's a little bit more than bilge pump. It was cool, indeed it was, wasn't it? Stew and a crew. That's what I've been waiting for. Descending through those different friction layers. See a little bit of vortex come off the wheels then, man. Wow. Well, more like, you know, moisture. Violet, the sky is so amazing. Yeah, it's just, it's beautiful, isn't it? I mean, I just, you know, aviation and the fact that, you know, we always are looking at the sky if we're not on the ground. And some of the cloud formations that we get are just a wonderment of Mother Nature herself, for whom we are abusing, really, aren't we? Too little, too late. VS303, did you say? Nice clean flaps on this triple, man. In from Delhi. Okay. Well, let's make sure we get a timestamp of that. Let's see how old Chris O handles it, shall we? Come on, Captain Chris O. We can do some cruises if you fancy it. Got clear skies overhead. Broken cloud, but okay. Oh, that's not going to trail, is it? Oh, there she is. Am I going to get her? Am I going to get her? I don't think I am. I think she's going to hit the cloud too quick. No. Oh, it's right at the wrong bleeding angle as well, man. Oh. Wow. Those winds are so strong that there's no vortex, man. There's no contrail. Condensation for those badly informed people. Condensation trails. Hot exhaust mixing with the cold air, which is, you know, minus 60 plus, creating water droplets, vapor. Oh no, there she is, man. Oh no. Oh! I've got maximum range on the old blah blah. Wait a minute. Yeah, I know I got her. I'm going to try and get her again. Wow! Oh no, she's miles away. Wow, you can really see that that's a Dash 8 as well, man. Just at the point when the sun blinds me eyes. It's great, isn't it? You know. Come on, mate, get up. Can't see a bleeding thing. I'm just pointing it at any old thing. There we go. There she is, mate. There she is. Big old long super stretch. The size of that tail, that empennage is just enormous, isn't it? Air France A220. It's another aeroplane that has no main landing gear doors, apart from those little sort of like, you know, I think they're permanently fixed, those little covers that they've got there, but the wheels themselves are exposed to the elements, just like .767. Seems that word is getting around at United about us. Well, I mean, we've had a couple of pilots now with, well, one in particular who we filmed taking off out of London Heathrow. Whoa, easy, son, easy. Whoa, easy, easy. Whoa. What's going on there? Wow, hold on a minute. Whoa. Whoa. Seriously strong winds all of a sudden. Where's this come from? Flipping heck, hold on a minute. This is a little bit crazy, mate. Wow. This is going to liven things up a bit. Seriously, I'm not making it up. Was just a sudden, like a thrust front. It's still there, it's still there, man. Did you grab that on VAR, GP? But stand by, don't do it yet. That nearly went tail strike, didn't it? It sort of like, you know, caught them out, really caught them out and raised the front, the nose went up, it definitely went up, man. Almost like it was a downwash, but it wasn't a downwash because it was. Another 767, 7067. See, now that's what it should be like. Now watch this replay, folks. Tell ya. Timestamp that, GP. still very sudden gust. Yeah, most definitely it was an unexpected sort of like headwind almost. Oh, that's why, look, it's almost turned into a westerly, man. Yeah, because it did say that it was going to switch to a westerly, and that has most definitely, I think that wind, those winds definitely caught that crew out, or the pilot. But definitely the winds have picked up. Anita really loving this replay function. I think we've got it absolutely dialed now, GP, in terms of the sort of like, you know, the sequencing and the timing. It's absolutely fantastic. Yeah. Yeah, it is, yeah. Okay, Julia Wilmot saying VS 303 back at the stack behind the Swiss. This is Captain Chris, is it on 303? Is it? Yeah, it is, okay. Oh, wait a minute, look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, gonna struggle, man. Duncan Butcher's gifted 5 channel memberships. Thank you, Duncan. Oh, a little bit caught out there. Everything's all right though. You know, we've got a direct headwind now. It's most definitely preferable over the a crosswind. As you can see there, the flipping heck, the sock. Okay, I need to be kept abreast of Capo Chris. Cause he's noted to ask, he's a smooth operator. Oh man, oh yeah, look at this. Oh, that's not him second out, is it? That's not him second out, is it? Oh, looks like he's all over the gaff. Look at this. Wow, man. That's a 330, isn't it? Wow, some beautiful visuals, man. Atmospherics. Could do without the sun though, because it's low in the sky. Yeah, it's the one that the 40th anniversary jet with the one that Branson they took down to Farnborough. No, we haven't seen it. We haven't seen it. That's Air India's 777-3. I think that's the Dulux jet. I've got to come back to catch the. Trying to see the next. Whoa, easy. Okay, so now this westerly. This direct westerly is stronger than the crosswinds were. Is he? How far out is he? GP 303. Strong. 3 out. Okay, so this one, the one behind him, and then that's it. Stronger wind now, man. This is a 339. Oh, this is Branson's jet, isn't it? Yeah, it's only on one side. I know, man. How many do you want, mate? Well, how much for two? 12 grand. How much for one? 6. Well, don't we get a discount if we have two? No. Okay. Fair enough. Why would you put a sticker on one side? Oh well, whatever. So this is Captain Chris, ladies and gentlemen. In the left-hand seat of this jet, behind the Swiss jet, that is. So we're going to concentrate on Capo Chris, and GP, do you want to go timestamp on this, please? And a big shout out to all of the people that do timestamps. It's very awkward for us, folks, because you both, well, it is mainly two of you, isn't it, that work so hard to bring us these timestamps, and we really do appreciate it. But we're going to coordinate between the, between the two of you guys. Alternate. That's it. That's the word I was looking for. So this geezer's, look, he's getting a little bit of a buffeting here, man. So we'll have to ask Captain Chris what it was like from sort of like 2,000 feet down, 2,000 feet on the approach. You know, that sun is glaring so much, man. Oh, for crying out loud, mate. There he is. So, Captain Chris in from Delhi, folks. Wow, the wind is very, very strong, mate. Oh, it's been removed. Okay. Oh, okay. No, it didn't look very. I didn't like it. I'd do something else with it if I were them. I'd do a retro 330 or something like that in the old Virgin original or Virgin colours. But trouble is, it's not massively, because they've what Virgin have done over the years, they've updated their livery, haven't they? It's kind of stayed the same style, but they've just updated it, haven't they? Which so it'd be difficult to do a retro for the Virgin guys, but worth a look. Easy there, Chris. He might not be flying it. I don't know. He might be. Man, that is crazy. That wind is constant. It's a constant wind. It's blowing me bleeding headphones off. No, seriously, man. It's like it's when you got to appreciate the fact that I turn from. That's why I'm turning so slowly, because when I turn from, it's behind me now. But then as soon as I turn to the front, the wind hits me, and it's like, you know, it blows me bleeding headphones off. I need to isolate a couple of things here, because they're getting in my way now. Whoa, man. It's crazy. It's a very strong headwind. I need a strap on my headset. Crazy, mate. It's crazy. I turn into that wind. There's no way I can tighten these up, really, is there? Really? Let me just try and isolate this. Oh, please be in here. Please be in here. Oh, you're not in here, are you? Oh, you little... Oh, mate. Where did you put it, Jerry? I don't know. What are you looking for? I'm looking for the tape, mate. Oh, I don't know. Isn't it in one of your pockets? No, 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 no. Panic! So right now, with these jets, the biggest challenge for these guys, well, it's not a challenge, but obviously the most important thing here, well, as is always the case, is maintaining the approach speed. So with the winds being as strong as they are, we might witness a couple of examples of powering up as they cross the line. So it's a little bit more let's see if that works. Sorry about that. John Duff's a new member. Welcome, John. Famous surname, Duff Beer, of course. Good to see you, John. Get involved in the chat if you want to, folks. If you're a new member, please don't hesitate to ask any questions. Give any information if you want. We've got a lot of very knowledgeable people on the channel. Pilots, engineers, technicians, cabin crew. Oh, beautifully done, man. Beautiful. It's crazy, isn't it? Because, you know, even a lovely soft landing like that, you've got to remember that these are, oh look, there's a Festival of Creativity, going for another checkup. Look, it's always down the doctors, that one. Faded tail and everything. Always down the doctors. She's a regular down at the surgery. Doctor, we'll see you now. What was I talking about? CNS. Yes. Don't. If I miss your comment, by the way, folks, please don't take it personally. I never ignore anybody. It's just that because I'm obviously, especially in these conditions, I'm keeping my eye on what's going on and having a, you know. But if I miss your comment, either repeat it or somebody else may answer you as well. If it's a technical question, if it's aviation related. Going to be here till midday, folks. It's bang on the nail of midday. It has to be because the truck's got to go in for her MOT and some replacement hubs. Oh, that's quite long, isn't it? Very nicely done. Whoa! Frost front! Frost front! Oh! That's crazy, man. That's crazy. It's a shame that wasn't sort of like... Bang! Get it for the weekend. But working out. Right, now let's just see if I can locate. Where would it be? Where would it be? It's not happening anywhere, is it? For God's sake. Had it earlier on, mate. Where is it? Come on, man, you wouldn't have... There it is, there it is, I got it, I got it! I got it! And I didn't lose the picture, brilliant. How about that? See? Skills, JD in the skills department. Oh, there we go. Yeah, on the fly. Wow, did you hear that? So yeah, the old shark skin technology, it has been proven, it has been tested by Lufthansa. I believe on one of their 777 freighters many moons ago. I remember when I was at Frankfurt and they were trialling it alongside Lufthansa Technik, of course, who are there sort of like, you know, they're called Lufthansa Technik. They're not specifically dedicated to Lufthansa, although they are dedicated to them, but what I'm saying is that they do offer maintenance, repair and overhaul for many operators. You know, we're talking about everything: cabin fits, engine conversions, all that kind of stuff. I don't know if they actually do conversions, but they do a lot of stuff, Lufthansa Technik, and I think they are the exclusive A380 maintenance contractors. Interesting, old Emirates have bought, they buy 4 A380s or something for like 200 million. I reckon they're for spares. Let's face it, the A380 engine was exclusively manufactured by Rolls-Royce and by General Electric / Pratt & Whitney, the Engine Alliance, and they no longer make those engines. So spares are at a premium. Alan Shadbolt. Yes, we do have a number of different positions here at London Heathrow, folks. All thanks to our the people that we work with. Heathrow being one of them. And good morning to anybody listening or watching from Heathrow. Oh, got some fluffage. Is that a bit of fluffage? Or was that just... It's winds. It's winds. This is a constant sort of 20-mile-an-hour wind, if not more. I need to buy one of those wind speed thingies, don't I? I had one once, it never worked. Threw it in the bin. I think they've probably improved it by now. They're getting probably like the ones they use on like the ones they use on the boats. See, now when you're on board an aeroplane like that and you're waiting, that anticipation of waiting for the aircraft to touch down literally is for some a little bit of an anxious moment, because obviously, you know, and you're waiting for the boom like that, especially if you're filming it. You are literally waiting for the moment the wheels touch the runway, because we're talking about 200 psi, and it's nitrogen that goes into these tires, by the way, folks. So they're like rock hard. You know, they are literally rock hard. So as soon as all these wheels hit the ground, regardless of how smooth it is, I mean, I have had some smooth landings to the point where they are you just hardly even notice, but more often than not, there is a definite thud and you know, a bit of an aggressive moment, so to speak, for very short-lived. You know, as sort of like things move around and you can hear the panels and. Also, you know, you need to anchor down your phone or whatever it is, because as soon as these reversers and the brakes are applied, see little bit of elevator movement there just to keep it nice and easy. Maybe some FOD being reported. Yeah. Looks like, sorry about that. So it's either FOD report or a runway inspection, one of the two. Gives you a good idea of just how big that runway is, folks. I mean, that's not a small vehicle either. That's a decent sized sort of Land Rover SUV type sized truck. Michael White, yeah, it must be heavy FOD in this wind. Yeah, there wouldn't be any plastic sheeting out there or anything. That's one of the you know, the biggest threats to the integrity of an engine, especially on takeoff, is plastic. Obviously they try to avoid it as much as they can, but one of the things that they use quite extensively in freighter operations is, you know, heavy plastic over the cargo, and a bit of that gets caught in an engine, and you're going to have a serious issue. Well, you're going to have a malfunctioning engine. Yeah, is a runway inspection, because there's his mate waiting to meet him at the other end. Look. Joanna B. Alan Brook, good morning to you. Another breath of wind in Aberdeenshire. Well, they did say that it's going to clear in sort of like Western Scotland before anywhere else, I believe. Okay, that's your runway inspection completed. Hawk, whatever it is. I think they have Hawk names, don't they? The APOC trucks. I think it's APOC. For the weekend. Yeah, I know. I didn't realise it. I tell you what, I am the one call that I'm waiting for is Halfords. Because as soon as they call, I'm sort of like at their beck and call. So I'm on call with the garage folks. String of jets. I'm hearing that the holds are busy at the moment. Ockham and Biggin holds are busy. They're the two southern holds, aren't they? Ockham and Biggin. Look how good I'm getting at it. Stuff coming in from the west. Yeah. I think that 767 overflare. It wasn't an overflare, was it? It was just massively caught off guard, if anything. It was definitely a good thing is you got the full length piece, and you got the slow mo as well. Which on KineMaster you can just increase the size of it to full screen. So then you've got the two. Did you timestamp that 767 GP? You know, the near tail strike. The United 767, yeah. There was one after the other, yeah. United, near tail strike. No, there was a United one after the other, 767, it was the first one in, before it. The one you did a slow-mo for. Oh, well, that's fine then. That doesn't matter actually, because you've got the timestamp on them. So there's your Austrian jet. In from I'm gonna wait a minute, I'm not gonna say anything there, wait a minute, let me just see. yeah, from she walks in the cold air, freezing breath on the window pane, lying and waiting. Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at that, man. I don't think I've ever caught 5 in the stack, mate. That's pretty nuts, isn't it? Wow. Well, 6 with this one included in it, you know, what Oz means. Chriso, nicely captured my manually flown approach. I love flying in these conditions. My first officers weren't brave enough. That's Captain Chriso. He was at the controls. Nice one, matey. Nicely captured my manually flown approach. Love it, mate. Yeah, man, you would do, wouldn't you? I can completely understand what he's saying there. Because as a pilot, you know, not only get to fly these beautiful machines, but also, you know, doing it manually as well. You don't want none of that auto stuff. Yeah. So no auto throttles either then? Is that all fully, or is that hands over the throttles? The thing is that with the Boeing, you can feel the throttles moving, the auto throttles moving, whereas with the Airbus, they stay completely in one position, which I've heard some pilots that have come over from Boeing jets to Airbus are not, well, it's not a case that they don't like it, it's different, isn't it? Whereas you get a fit, hello, what you did down there, hey? Mummy, take it. Yeah, that's his mate, look, that's his mate. Look, that's his mate. Zoomies! sorry. Plane, sorry. To the distance. Pacer Mum's gifted 5 membership. Thank you, Pacer Mum. And Pacer Mum, I do hope that yesterday you heard me give you a shout out for the day before, where I caught your generous gift after we'd gone off air. So I do apologise for that. But thank you, Pacer Mum. It's very kind of you. You're cheeky, aren't you? You're cheeky. Yes, you are. You can see you want to play. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Hello. Wants to play. Go on, play with him. It means nothing to me. This means nothing to me. Oh, Vienna. Go play. Oh, was it? Okay, perfect. There we go then. Okay. Yeah, that's good though. That's post-worthy. That is totally post-worthy, mate. 100%. No, I will be. Oh, like I said to you, all you got to do is increase it in so you can take out that bit at the back. know what I'm saying? Yeah, like on KineMaster, like you know, resize it, like zoom into it, so that you take out the bit around the edge. Ah, look, Mummy's having a rest, look. Full screen. Oh, okay. Wow. Oh yeah, and it automatically creates a. Wow, look at that. Wow, we're busy old approach. It's crazy. All stacked. About, I think it's about 3-degree descent. What was really cool? Oh, right, yeah, but you missed a couple of bits out where you sort of like missed the landing. It was like after it had landed. You need to, like the Korean jumbo. Oh. Yeah, but then you just extend or shorten other bits. Shorten or, you know. That's why I'm a perfectionist, Julie, because that's why it takes me so long to. Well, but with the. Yeah, no, I know, but there's some bits that are too long and other bits that are too short. And so what I'm saying is to shorten the bits that are too long, extend the bits that are. No, I know purposefully so you can fit it into 60 seconds. Well, it wasn't, because the Korean touchdown, you got it as it after it touchdown. No, you look at it. Look at the Korean touching down. Beautiful, almost new 787-10. Beautiful, and that's lovely. Lise Simpson. So sorry to miss you on Sunday. Snuck one home in my car. Look at they little face. They're definitely friends, these two, man. But that one likes zoomies. Oh, here we go, look. Hello, mate. Hello. Hello. Say hello. Is this a friend? Come. Oh, definitely got that playful look about it, man. Bitey face. Wow, stacking up, man. Probably Geneva or Zurich, one of the two. You see right through these engines, man. High performance, high bypass. And we say high bypass, but you know, these are ultra super bypass engines, I call them, because high bypass has been around for quite some years. You know, the RB211 was a high bypass. Even the you know, the Conway and engines like that were classified as high bypass, but or actually maybe bypass engines. When I say bypass, I'm talking about the amount of air that is bypassing. Wow, Smoky Joe. The amount of air that bypasses the core of the engine, as opposed to the amount of air that gets ingested and burnt in the engine. Usually now with these big engines, you're talking about huge fan blades, and therefore the amount of bypass air that's being used as thrust, as forward thrust, as opposed to exhaust, is around about 60 to 70%, depending on what type of engine These are the little, I think these are CFM 56. Oh, funky. What's that? These are the little CFM 56 engine. They are a high bypass ratio turbofan. However, as you can see, unlike the super fans, as I call them, you know, the super twins. Oh, look at that big old lump there, man. Look at that. With the huge fan blade assembly, they're the Pratt & Whitney GP. They're the GP Engine Alliance engines on that Qatar 380. Wow. Just talk about planes all day long, mate. Jill Rogers, good morning to you. Lowlander. Justice for Jilly. What's going on? Steph, how long are jet engines expected to last before replacing? Now, you see, folks, these are the kind of questions that I like to get my teeth into. That's a good question, because these engines are built to last. It's just that they are obviously removed and overhauled, serviced, regularly topped up with oils and stuff like that. Only a little bit of oil. It's a lot different to to your average sort of like car engine, where there's a lot of components on a jet engine, in terms of the 3 different stages, 3, 4, 5 different stages depending on the engine type. But you obviously have your low pressure, the front end, then the low pressure compressors, the turbines, the combustor, which is the hot part of the engine. So all those components have to be regularly checked and maintained. So they'll last for a long, long time. However, how many parts of the original engine, how many parts of the original engine are still about when it gets taken offline and scrapped? It's a long way down the line, because obviously these things, when they're overhauled off wing, it's what's known as off wing maintenance, repair and overhaul, where the engine will be carted off to a workshop. Sometimes it's just here, by the sounds of it, with Nick, who works at Heathrow's in the engine shop. Lucky guy, man. Lucky guy. Maybe he could smuggle me in there one day. Something approaching from the south there, look. Coming in from the biggin hold, I think you'll find that is that aircraft. It's come out of the Occam, has it, man? Yeah, also one must also appreciate the fact that, continuing on with the engine discussion, that these engines are monitored 24/7, 365 by their own onboard computers, and that telemetry, much like a Formula One team, is sent back to the base, where if there is an issue with the engine, then it will bring up a notification to say that the second stage isn't working as efficiently because of whatever reason. Then that engine can be boroscoped, which means that it's almost like an internal examination that you have on your body, where they will insert a boroscope inside the engine so that they can check what parts of the engine are that have an issue before they strip it down. Much easier to do it that way, so that they go straight to the source. Avro, yes, each engine does have a specific number of cycles, I think it is. Much like the airframe itself, going through A, B, C and D checks. A check obviously being the shortest, which is just literally a check over. A D check being the longest, where you have complete removal of everything, literally, for inspection. And that's at those points where they generally find any sort of like hairline cracks and stuff like that. Sometimes it's just routine maintenance, but how slow that thing was, man. What's that? Oh my goodness me. Oh, that's fantastic. It's heavy, isn't it? It is heavy, man. You know, regardless of how smooth it looks, like I say, you know, look at that. Oh yeah. Most jet engines, Peter Room, most jet engines generally have 2 to 3 overhauls in their life. Only 2 to 3 overhauls? Well, obviously, yeah, overhaul, wow, it's a difficult one, that, isn't it? 2 to 3 during their life, okay. Because of course that's, an overhaul is literally where they will go off to their, to the MRO station that specialises, or Rolls-Royce themselves, or General Electric, where, like I say, the engine will initially go through boroscoping inspection, visual inspection of the engine. So overhaul's one thing, maintenance is another, and repair is another. So, you know, there's 3 different elements to that, where you have an on-wing inspection and potentially an on-wing repair. When I say on-wing repair, or replacement of an ancillary, or a hydraulic line, or an airline, or whatever it might be. Then you have the maintenance. That's an on-wing repair or on-wing maintenance. Then you have general maintenance, which is, you know, inspections, etc., etc. And then, like Peter's saying there, the overhaul is where obviously it's, you know, 2 to 3 during its life. So what about these? Are we saying that these 777ERs, for example, with British Airways, some that are sort of like 27 years old, nearing 30 years old, they've only had overhaul every 10 years? Is that really? Wow. Is that, that's crazy. Must read more on that. Thanks, Rumi. David Mead. Well, you know what, David? I know you say that, why airline tickets are so expensive. To be honest with you, they're not. Really? You know, I remember, oh, it's funky shot. Oh wow, with the 380 there, man. Big old bank from the 380. I remember back in the day when, you know, when you used to look at flying to Australia or something, and it was like £5 wasn't it? Minimum of £5 to fly to Australia. Well, now, I mean, we got 2 tickets to Australia because for half of that, yeah, for half of that, for 2 of us, for me and Jilly, to fly with Singapore Airlines from Heathrow via Singapore down to Sydney for £2,500. 2 of us return to Australia. Back in the old days, it used to be £5, you know, like one way or something stupid like that. I don't know, but I always remember that it was almost out of reach. Yeah, and that included extra legroom seats as well. So, you know, I don't think airline tickets are expensive. I don't really think they are. Our American flights are always, you know, half decent money, return. Yeah, Google will give you a daily update on what prices are doing based on your destination. You can, if you do the right amount of research and sort of, you know, don't go to an agent or anything like that. Do it yourself. Don't go to an agent. Yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing you need to consider, is that some of these cheap flights that you get, like Jilly was just saying there, somebody saying about Air China and all that, but a lot of the time it means that you have a very long layover, you know, somewhere along, yeah. Usually it's a long layover, yeah. Or 2 stops, yeah. It's like the one in, you know. Oh, hello, what's going on here? On white horses, come on, son, keep up in the back there. Oh, can't be, sorry. What's happened, mate? Run out of puff. Go, come, boom, boom. Oh, sorry. Nearly tried to do the go dot compare thing, but it just did not work. Go dot compare. That's what I meant to say, but it just didn't work out. Don't worry, mate. It's all right. I don't know what, yeah, I don't know. No idea what that's on about. Got no idea, mate. Aidan Campbell's saying, we travel to Pune in India. It makes more sense to go via Delhi and fly down to Pune instead of getting a flight to Mumbai and getting a car to Pune. Well, there we go. You see, you do your research, and you can figure out what's the best option. Ooh. Yeah, you get a cheap flight, a very cheap flight, if you're prepared to do a 12-hour layover. Sometimes it's worse than that. Sometimes it's like 14 hours. Stop looking. The 8:45 at Heathrow was won by Tonto. Schenker pulled up. I like that. Schenker pulled up. Oh, that's brilliant, man. The 8:55 at Heathrow. And they're off. That's funny, I like that. Francis Waits, good day to you. Welcome, everybody. New members from yesterday. Welcome all new subscribers as well. We've got a big bucket load of new subscribers yesterday, folks. You are more than welcome. Great to see you all. Hope you're enjoying Big Jet TV. We do try and entertain everybody from all around the world with these amazing flying machines. I have it running through my blood, aviation. Just look on my profile on the website, then you'll be able to read up about me and my history and my heritage with aviation through me dear old dad. Let's just stay next to mummy. Sweet, isn't that sweet, man? That is so sweet. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, the reason why I don't feed the horses is because they're already fed. But people do come to the fence line here sometimes and hand out, apples or carrots and stuff like that. But we do try and avoid it as much as possible because, they get fed themselves. Don't want to become fatty arbuckles, do they? The 8:55 at Heathrow. 14-1, odds on. Return to get the train from Stamford to Peterborough for a distance of 8 miles. So back in the day, you can go to flipping London and Glasgow for that. JetBlue's A321 transatlantic flight, that, folks. Yeah, absolutely. Flying all the way across the Atlantic. Ooh, never would have. Ooh, okay. That was a straight nut on landing, wasn't it? Is he a bit off course, that one? A bit off track? It's just joining, isn't he? What a shot. A lot of the time, in fact most of the time, when an aircraft goes through a major overhaul with the engines, they will have a spare engine to swap it out with. So in theory, they're not off the flight line for very long. So they'll remove the engine that needs overhaul, and they're not generally together, if you know what I mean. The engines aren't sort of like taken off, unless of course it so happens that they are both coming off. In general, it'll just be a single engine that goes for overhaul, unless both engines are going for an update or whatever. But generally, you know, the avionics bay inside these aircraft, down in the belly behind the flight deck generally, there's a huge avionics bay which is a bit like a server center with computer equipment, electronics, which where you can update engine firmware, believe it or not. Well, more to do with the engine management system that's much the same as your average car EMU. Wow, that was quite heavy, man. Mad Margaret been on the Indian Pacific from Perth to Sydney. That sounds cool. The train. Oh, it's Darren Reed. Thank you, sir. Racing car artist. Well, you'll appreciate then in that case, Darren, these images that we're seeing here in terms of, you know, almost to the point of being art, the way we see it. See the downwash from that 350 pushing that cloud down, man. Oh, it's not 350, it's 330. 330. Oh, it's the Rwandair 330 CEO. Current engine option. I think they need to get away from that, don't they? 'Cause apart from MRTTs or specialist operations, you know, freighters or whatever, the A330 as it stands at the moment is I wonder if they're considering an A330 factory freighter neo. Interesting. So this is the CEO, the current engine option. This is more likely, because I think it's Rwandair, more likely going to be the Trent 700. Now watch as this thing lands. You can clearly see what are known as hinge door reversers, as opposed to the sliding panel reversers that you get on most modern engines. This is a very unique sort of like, almost looks like flowers, petals on flowers. Nice. Oh, hello, sailor. But watch them as they deploy when the aircraft touches down. Look at the back of the engines. Not so much the back, but just look at the rear profile of the engines. See the smooth rounded profile at the moment, and now out they come. A bit like hot cross buns. They're not trailing today, mate, because the winds at height must be which way is it going? Oh wow, look at that. Is that in the Occam hold or in the Biggin hold? Kind of looks like that's in the Occam hold. Yeah. American 777 headed for the Ockham hold. Wow. So you'll see that on your Flight Radar 24 app, folks. If you break that open, easy to get, Flight Radar 24. It's a free app. Francis Waite has gifted a channel membership. Thank you, Francis. Deshaun Bennett. Yeah, not seeing it, Deshaun. There's another one. That's in the Lambourne hold, isn't it? Is he just coming out of the Lambourne? Doing the Lambourne walk. Aye! Right. We had a bit of a Cockney landing yesterday, didn't we? John Paul Russell. Wind stopped for me from working. Okay, the wind stopped him from working. Wow. Okay. Avro Arrow saying that even the free Flight Radar 24 does indeed give you a lot of information. I mean, it gives you all the information. It just means you've got ads, really. But there are a lot more things that you can do with the paid subscription. Well, it gives you a lot of information. It gives you all the information. Yeah. But it gives you all the information that you need. But if you want to move on and move up a level from that, then obviously there are add-ons which are worth it in the paid subscription. But I'm not saying that you should do that. I'm just saying that there are if you want to. So if you want to track an aircraft, if you've got a family member or a loved one that you want to track across the Atlantic or wherever they're going, you can watch their progress literally second by second on Flight Radar 24, and you don't need to pay for it. You see how long the route takes, you see the altitude they're at, the speed they're going, all that kind of information. So this is a Virgin 330 MPO. That's the new engine option. Brand new wing on it. I'm not sure if that is a composite wing on the Neo. Whether they've introduced an all-new composite wing, or whether they've just adapted the current wing, the A330 wing, improved its durability. Obviously, because of those giant engines, they would have had to increase the strength of the pylons, the mountings, all those components that we have heard about that have failed on the 777-9. But that's just what happens with a test aircraft. With, you know, when you're testing a brand new aeroplane with bigger and stronger components, you know, you should really expect to have a number of issues come up, much like that. Not failures per se, do you? Like, you know, like they said. This looks like a 777-200, possibly United. No, American, sorry. Those engines are old, man. That's an old aeroplane. Rolls-Royce Trent 800s. So if what Peter Room was saying is right there, which I kind of can sort of understand that in terms of a major overhaul, sort of like once or twice, 2 or 3 times during its lifespan, that would sort of mean a bit like the D checks on these jetliners. The D check is, I think, every sort of like 7 years or something like that, maybe even longer than that. I think on the A380s they've only just was it no it was the 787, isn't it, that they've only not long been starting the D checks on the 787s, just because of the longevity of these aircraft. But that's a separate entity to the engines, you see. It's a completely different model. Who's throwing caps in, GP? Thank you, Deshaun. Gillian Sankey saying that her dad had his cataracts done yesterday and he can't wait to see the show clearly. Wow, how brilliant will that be, man? Information Alpha just landed at Heathrow. I was on the American 772 from Charlotte. Very bumpy approach. There we go. Yeah, this descent, once you sort of like join that stack, as we call it, and it is known as the glide slope. This is the glide slope that they are attaching themselves to. Obviously the aircraft's systems will lock on to the instrument landing system, which is that orange structure there. That's known as the ILS, the instrument landing system, and it's literally like a laser path that the aircraft follows on a general 3-degree descent from about 10 miles out. But in what? And that is literally now. I've got that thrust front again. No. Yeah, windy in Berkshire. So we're getting that strong headwind again, which is gonna make these aircraft fly long like that. That's a long landing for that jet. He would have used all of the available touchdown zone there, sort of nearly outside of it. I might be a little bit too exaggerating on that, but I don't know. Little baby, oh, sing little donkey. Beverly George, be a better world livery, 320 in from Munich next. Thank you, Beverly. Andy P. Bruce Fine. Oh wow, Gillian, that's fantastic. Well, give us feedback when your dad sees it. Imagine that. The
technology that they have these days to improve eyesight and stuff like that. And that's the they call it BA's Better World livery. We call it Bluebird. Well, I call it Bluebird anyway, because of Speedbird's. They still use the Speedbird call sign with British Airways, and that's why we call it Bluebird. There'll be bluebirds over the cliffs of Dover. Yeah, look at that. Gina Graham. 44 minutes out for the DFW 380 with BA. Thank you to Sean. Instrument landing system, indeed, the ILS. Picked up, mate. Wind's picked up again. Oh yeah. Look, giving all sorts of hairstyles, look. Because I'm worth it. Head and shoulders? I didn't know you had dandruff. I don't. Sorry. Bit of a drop in altitude there, man. See a little bit of puff of... so this will be manual. Loves planes too. Yeah, I think we all have a secret love affair with the Air Canada livery, Bandit. The cockpit anyway, just gives it that mean look about it, doesn't it? Wow, very strong smell of tyre smoke being blown straight at me, man. That is a direct westerly. See the sock. Wow, yeah. So could be a little bit challenging. Obviously not as challenging really as a strong side wind. Wow! Gino, hey! This is Delta 339. You see those wheels? Nice. See now, look. Remember the old that Air Canada livery that we saw just now with the Bandit front end on it? See, the old one doesn't quite do it, does it? Even though a lot of people are very patriotic and like that old or faithful, should I say, not so much patriotic, but more faithful towards the old livery. I personally prefer the new one, but you know, everyone has their own preference. Is that 3 ponies scratching each other, 3 little babies? Oh look, they're both get look. Oh, can't you get in on it, mate? He was your mate. No, I want to stay here with me mum. Pliny or aviation. Tracy Avgeek. Chris C's gifted a channel membership. Thank you, Chris. There's one pulling in from probably the Ockham hold, come across from the Ockham, or maybe the Biggin. I don't know, because I can't tell without looking at flight radar, but you select that aircraft, you'll be able to see where it's come from. And there's another one. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, there's another one joining. It's come out the Bovington hold, that one, approaching from the left there. So there's 4 different holding stations at London Heathrow, 4 London Heathrow, 4 different holding points. Bovington, Lambourne, Ockham and Biggin. Wants to play. Wants to play. Little face, biting your little bitey face. Run around. Oh, mana. Oi! I'm being rocked enough as it is, mate. Do you mind? You know, rubbing his bum on the van. Oi! Excuse me! Hello! There's a lot more flipping places to scratch your bum, mate. Can you go and do it somewhere else? Oi! Over there! Somewhere! That's gonna have a great big like smudge of poo on me van later, and come on, mate, give it up, will ya? Hey! Mate, seriously. Thank you. Thank you. No, yeah, that's enough now, mate. That's enough. His big bum on it, look, look. Flipping heck, mate. Yeah. 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 Well, you laugh about explaining that to Alfords, but a lot of people ask me, mate, you've had some serious vandalism to your van, haven't you? With all these scratches on it. I said, mate, they're not them. They're not human induced, mate. It's flipping horses chewing it. Mate, can you leave it out now? Seriously rocking around. That's a ton of flipping horse down there rubbing his bum against my van. Can you stop it? Okay, that's a good question. Mate, honestly, I'm trying to hold a steady camera here. Thank you. So, somebody asking about the wheels down. Is it done manually or is it done by the aircraft? Well, it's always done manually, and it all depends on the well, the conditions really. Also depend. Oh, that was quite heavy. It does depend on. Sometimes the pilots are, standard operating procedures. Again, that whole thing with the airline. Emirates, for example, you don't want to bring them down too early, or you don't want to bring them down too late, because obviously, as soon as the gear comes down, it creates what's known as drag, which is aero drag, which is like literally throwing an anchor out the back of your car, in terms of like weight, because aero drag slows the aircraft down, means you burn more fuel, etc., etc. But also it can be your friend. You will, as you are on a descent, you will use the undercarriage as a form of aero braking to aid in your descent. But once they're fully established 10 miles like they are there, some of them will drop their gear a long way out. Others will do it a lot later. Obviously, the lot later it is, the less drag you induce, but you have less time to deal with anything. Whoa! If there's an issue with the gear, so you obviously need to give yourself a decent amount of time to, if you don't get your 3 greens, heavy. Arrow, these stack shots remind me of war artists painting of Allied bombers heading off in a line. Well, also, heading off, most definitely. But also a bomber stream. The only thing is that with the RAF, they very rarely land all back at the same time. Funky shot there. The B-17s, the United States Air Force, because they were in, the RAF were sort of like, fended for themselves, went out there to carry out the job and then come back under their own steam, not so much in a stream. But the US Air Force, with their daylight raids, quite often came back in a formation like this, because they could see each other. Literally, that's the whole thing. But with the RAF, you would they'd be coming back in different intervals, early in the morning normally. But yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, Arrow. Look at this one joining the back. It's coming out of the Lambourne hold, that one. That's a good 10 miles out. That's over Greenwich. So a steady descent once they've joined the ILS, established, as they call it, fully established. Now they will be told to continue their approach, descending at around about 3 degrees on that glide slope, incrementally extending the flaps. They probably will have already started extending the flaps before they even reach the glide slope. But really, right at that outer marker point, you're starting your landing procedures, which include flaps, slats, and gear. Air 747 lost its MLG. Wow, a little bit went off a bit off course there, didn't it? Lost one of its at the rear wheel of the body gear. Atlas Air 747 closed the runway at in Japan, somewhere in Japan, wasn't it? Yesterday, complete disintegration of the wheel, damaging the. It was actually during takeoff. Pilots noted a problem with the cabin pressure, and as a result of that, declared an emergency and came back in because particles, splinters from the wheel slash tyre had actually punctured the skin of the aircraft. So that goes to show, you know, that was either caused by a piece of FOD, or an imbalanced wheel, or just a chunk of tyre that's the wheel has degraded. It takes a lot to wreck one of these tyres, I tell you, because they are very thick, a bit like me. Oh, which one did go, George? Can I keep him, George? Can I? All right, Junior. Smoother than Capo Chris, mate. These two people here watching it. They're watching it. I've been watching them. Been watching over the top, and then they watch for the landing. So in about 20 seconds' time, just keep looking. Just keep looking. Keep looking. Keep looking. Keep looking. Oh, hold on. No, obviously not watching us. Let's look. Come on. About 20-second delay normally. What are you watching? They're looking at something, aren't they? Nah, that's way beyond the delay, mate. What are you looking at? They definitely. Maybe they're on Uber Eats or something. Bryce Williams is a brand new member. Welcome, Bryce. Way delayed. Deshaun Bennett, British Airways 380 from Dallas over the west of England, about 26 minutes out. Well, folks, I have just had a message from my friends at Halford's Auto Store, who are carrying out the MOT and hub bearing replacements, well, hub replacement, well, you know, outer, well, it's the mounts, isn't it? It's the wheel mount assembly, which the hub assembly, which has the bearings in it. We're replacing those on the van, and also because they're a little bit worry at the moment. Built bar. So they've just messaged me and say the parts have arrived whenever you're ready. So we're going to catch that BA 380, and then I'm going to head off down the garage. Tom Mulvey, yes, you are right. A350-900 has the double bogey, triple bogey like the 777 on the A350-1000. But what is interesting on the, whereas they have the system, the actuator system on the 777, well, on all Boeings really, most of them anyway, 767s, 757s. 777s, they have the Dreamliners as well. They have an actuator which pulls the gear straight after landing during the command, the gear up command. The Airbus, the 350-1000, a very clever way of designing the undercarriage, the main landing gear, so that they don't have to utilize a very heavy and cumbersome, and let's face it, more, oh, hello there, what are you doing? You come and have a look? Are you come and have a look? Are you your fluffy face, look at the little thing, look, just a bickies. Look at his little, it's all legs in it. Yeah, so the 350 Airbus, very clever. They designed the middle set of wheels, or the axle of the mid set, to be ever so slightly narrower than the forward and aft wheels or axles. And as a result of that, they don't have to use an actuator. It just fits perfectly into the undercarriage bay. Oh, BA operations at Inverness are tuned in. G'day fellas, hope you're doing well. Maybe not, maybe they've got through the worst of it. Oh, Canada. See, there's that wind again. She was fully pregnant last week. You sleepies. Did you 380 BA, yes. Well, I think it's a bit less than that. About 20 minutes out, isn't it? Oh, does it? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. John Urquhart. Into all the rubber bumpers. Okay. Nope, no idea. Cool. Got me on that one. No. Not a clue. Yeah. Storm Eunice was definitely the harshest conditions we've filmed in. Definitely. See these winds, that headwind is still pretty strong, isn't it? Put it this way, you wouldn't want to be playing golf in that. Right. DNZ's live. I saw you at McDonald's and have a picture. Oh my God. Oh my God. Gina Graham. What's that? Slang for Inverness speak. What is? John Urquhart. Oh, okay. It's the Inverness speak, is it? Right, I gotcha. Egypt Air bringing their little 320neo in again. See how small the 220 is compared to the 320. So that the 220 will never become a replacement for the 320 program. Never. It'll still remain as it is, but it is it's an ideal aircraft for, and they'll never, you know, it will never be utilised for long haul like the 321 has. Although the 318, remember, let's not forget, British Airways used to operate a 318 across the Atlantic via Ireland, it has to be said as well. So, you know, the main reason for that was something to do with customs, possibly. Purring up to the line. .737 on approach. I've talked about these 737s having a slightly higher, faster approach speed than the 320s. Saying earlier on that it's just the aerodynamics of the aircraft. It's you know, it's an old 800, isn't it? I say old. Oh, beautiful liquid vortex there, man. Oh, okay. Alistair Brown, Shannon stop was primarily for fuel, and this is why, because the runway at London City was too short for it to take off with enough fuel to cross the pond. There we go. Thank you, Alistair. That's great info. Get yourself into membership, mate. All you do is select allow gifting on the channel, on the page that you're on. Josephine. Nigel Gale looked like they were starting the inboard engine on the 380. I must admit, I've never seen a 380 taxi on less than 4 engines, but there we go. Well, you can control you can leave the inboard engines at idle and use the outboard engines to taxi. Really, you wouldn't need all 4 engines. John Green, the A3 Wowie show. James Hayes has gifted a channel membership. I just got a message from Ian at UPS. Oh, he must be watching. The newer 737s have an artificial higher approach speed to keep their angle of attack down during landing to prevent tail strikes. That comes from a UPS 747 pilot who's watching the show right now, folks, out in Anchorage. Well, he might not be in Anchorage, but he's based out there in Anchorage. Thanks, Ian. Great info. So that is the reason there is an artificial higher approach speed to keep the angle of attack to prevent tail strikes. So keep it that motion forward, keep that inertia up. Thank you, Ian. And if you're we've caught Ian flying out of Anchorage and Honolulu. Can you believe it, man? Great people we meet around the world. Look how beautifully tuned those engines are, man. And watch them go into reverse pitch. The engines won't reverse. Oh God, yeah, that was funny, man. That was funny. Yeah. I was starting to get angry when I like, blimey, what a cheat, what a cheat. Flipping, yeah, come on, mate, hurry up, will you? Blimey, we've got things to do, you know. We were at the wrong bleeding coffee shop. Fair play, Ian. And then we went to the coffee shop and he had his lovely sports car there, didn't he? Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, the coffee shops in Anchorage are really sort of like cool places, aren't they? Just nicely laid back people, and just, you know, some of these great places that we go to, man. Simon Twitchett, welcome back. Godfrey, my daughter Rosie. Oh, whoa, easy, son. Lindsay Godfrey, my daughter Rosie, who watches you all the time. I think it's watched, it's supposed to be watches, possibly. Has tagged you into a short KLM landing at Norwich. She would love a shout out. There we go, Lindsay. Is it Rosie? Sorry. Girl of the skies. She's only 10, but already has had her first flight lesson. There we go, Rosie. Future girl of the skies, there we go. Keep working hard. "12 minutes now. We're counting down. We're counting down to the 380, folks. And then it's off to get the van. The van's going in for MRO. Nigel Gale down to 13,000 feet just north of boring Stoke. I think it's basic Stoke. But I can understand that. Apologies to anybody from Basic Stoke. My sister lives in Basic Stoke. She's quite boring. I don't believe it! Sort of forced that down in a way, getting a little bit late. So we should see the 380 pulling to the back of the glide slope. Bandera. Sorry about that. Highbury Hall's first trip on an A380 Monday night, Dubai bound. Wow, yeah, you're gonna that's just you're gonna have great fun. It's so I love it when people get excited about traveling, because for me a big part of it is the flight itself, the whole experience of the airport. And you know, whenever I get to an airport, I like to, you know, sometimes I can go into the lounge, but I don't want to go into the lounge because the view from the airport from the normal lounge is better than what you're getting. Easy, son, easy. That's it. Get yourself back online there. Oi, 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 oi. Come on now. Yeah. Yeah, but when I get back to London, I'm all like, hello, London. You know, yeah. Yeah, that's quite a strong old breeze they've got in their face right now. Potentially be a rookie pilot. Got an itch there, son. Planespotting channel and gaming and news. Back to A350 Virgin Atlantic. Wow, look at that. Look at that. He's obviously in the, I don't know which, is that coming out of? Is he coming out of the, out of one of the holes? Coming out of the, the Ockham hold, that was possibly a triple. The Aviation Retail Direct if you're looking for a model aeroplane, folks. On white horses, he's my favourite, that one. He's very friendly, that horse. Very friendly. Hello, mate. Hello. He doesn't mind me scratching his head and all that. Kirsty Allen, lots of loop-de-loops going on in the holds. Yeah, so... Aaron Thomas, that's American from Miami in the hold. Thank you, Aaron. Liz Z, or actually, she's on the East Coast, so it's Liz Z. Is that Lizzie? Good day to you. The East Coast of the United States of America. Funny earlier on, was that the 8:55 from Heathrow. Wow, see that? Look at that! Look, hey! Easy, mate, easy! Oh my goodness me! Oh, flipping heck! VAR, GP, VAR. Let's watch that one back. Aaron Thomas, A380 now over Dorking. It's getting closer. Yes. Don't have to ask me. No, unless there's one. Every time, don't have to ask. Because otherwise that will mess it up, won't it? That will mess it up with what I'm filming now. Virtual aviation replay, innit? Or virtual aircraft replay. Gary Sibb thought left set of undercarriage was definitely offside. Aaron Thomas, BA380 is now near Gatwick. Long, it's going long, it's going long. Wow. Yeah, no fear, mate. I've got it all under control. Don't you worry yourself. Standing on that van. Vinny 350 tuning in from Birmingham. Good day to you, Vinny 350. Is that Vinny Jones? I think that's Vinny Jones, isn't it? I don't know, maybe it's not. Isn't we? Polka Dot, Jules Harris. HGC mechanics in the hold at Halfords. Khusro Alam. Brian Stewart, VAR edition is brilliant. Jerry needs to comment over the replay. I can't, Brian, because it's out of sync. I have to keep me mouth I have to keep I can watch it, but I don't. I can comment on it afterwards. No. Yeah, exactly. But how do I know how to comment over what I can't see? Yeah. 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 Can I get witness? Two Virgin 350s on the bounce. Oh wow! She looks quite close to the keys. Oh bosh! No doubt with that one, mate. Definitely not a long landing for that one. Stan Aviation. Ah, shame. Yeah, can't be all in more than one place at once, if you know what I mean. Shane DaCosta. Seen an Airbus 310 ping on flight radar 24 crossing over Potter's Bar, descending quickly from 15,000 feet. That might be one of the DHL jets, possibly. Where's our 380? It's going to join the stack from the south, isn't it? I'd imagine it's probably either in the Ockham or the. I'm just having a look out for her. Either in the Ockham or the Biggin, one of the two. Oh, was that her there? I just saw crossing between that cloud there. Nice! Yeah. See the flaperons, see the high speeds. Nice, yeah. Oh, getting a very strong smell of kerosene from that Saudi triple sitting there idling away. Simon Twitchett, she's over Chessington. Okay, so we should get her. Oh, that's brilliant. Gary Mortimer, visually impaired, and love listening to the engines taking off and landing and your brilliant commentary. Thank you so much. I did actually mention it the other day about those folks who are visually impaired being able to listen to the show, and I feel very humbled when people say they love listening to it, because it must sound pretty cool, man. Turned a bit of a side slip there, sort of like cranked it over to the right, which was nicely done. Get those boards up, there they go. Should see, where's that 380? Just looking out, see if I can. I mean, there's something long range there over Croydon. Okay, so she's gone long then. She's gone quite long. She's going to join. Well, I don't know actually. Sort of like midpoint there. Okay, I'm looking out for her. I think she's going to be long range. Something approaching from the right there, but that's a long way out, whatever that is. Hello, mate. Hello, mate. Yes. Okay, well, I'm finishing in around about 20 minutes, mate, so we'll be there around about before 11 o'clock, yeah? All right, mate. See you in a bit. Cheers. Ta-da. There she is. I've got a visual on her. Ah, come on, camera. Come on, son. There she is. No. Don't lose it now, mate. Don't lose it now. Stand by, GP. Ah! That was the maintenance team. No. Oh. Oh. Oh wow. Oh wow, that is fantastic. Where's that? Ali, did you say Ali? Ali Miller. I was on the blower, sorry Ali. I missed your comment, but wow, how humbling is that, working with the guide dogs, and that how many people listen to the show. Wow. Grab this 380, which is now turning in and now fully established on finals. Number one. Is she number one already, the 380? Wow. She is number one. 2,100 people tracking this BA jet. By the power of Big Jet. Daniel Pearson's allowed half a day at the airport. Well, surely, yeah, but going back to Skiathos with my wife, surely your wife would be interested in being in that incredible environment where you see these jets coming hurtling in over the beach. No ILS at Skiathos, of course. It's all a manual approach. Mark Kent is a brand new member. Welcome, Mark. We have a hot brake situation there with that Dreamliner. As you can see, electric brakes on the Dreamliner. Looks a bit like a prototype when she flies up like that with her gear extended. But give it a couple of minutes and her brakes will have cooled enough. Or one of the wheels may still be spinning. Couple of scenarios that are being played out there. Insane, isn't it? Insane, mate. 864 people. Folks, 6,700 of you tuned in right now. Hello to everybody. Hope you're having a great Friday, or have had a great Friday, or doing whatever you're doing. Hope you're doing it safely, and enjoy the rest of your day. We are going to be leaving. The van's got to go for maintenance right after this. I've got to break it down and get down there. So hey, listen, if you're new to the channel, if you've been introduced to it, somebody's recommended it, then get yourself subscribed, and make sure you hit the notifications button as well, folks, so that you get notifications when we're live. Next week we're on an international mystery show. None of our members are going to know where we're going, although it is first and super class members, and of course premium members will get to see that the following week, before we put out a highlights reel. Well, Kushro, I mean, I know you're a pilot, I know you know a lot more than I do, but I have been told that apparently with a long taxi, or sometimes if you get a slightly faulty brake where it's dragging a little bit, and it may heat up, and the sensors may pick up on that, it will automatically show up on the panel, but I know what you're saying. More likely it's going to be a brake issue where the brake caliper itself has failed on one wheel, and it continues to spin, and as a result of that they have to wait until the wheel is below certain revolutions. But I did hear from a pilot some time ago that if the aircraft's gone through a specifically long taxi, or if the brake is dragging ever so slightly, it may result in a slightly hotter brake than normal, which would obviously mean that they'd have to spend a little more time before they bring it up. But I don't know. Thanks, Kuzro. Thanks for the feedback. Bruce Fine. It's an absolute honour, and wow, very humbled by all of you folks who have so many good things to say about what we do. It is lovely to know that we bring joy and happiness to so many people from so many different walks of life, and in people who are somewhat affected, or oh, blimey, hold on a minute. See how high up I was. Hello. Right, folks, listen, I've got to head off, get the van done, got to break all this stuff down now, and we'll catch you next week. But look out, make sure you follow us on Twitter, and also Sunday, yeah, what am I talking about? Oh, flipping heck, that was a bit dodgy, that was. I turned the wrong bleeding thing. Hold on, let's get one more, shall we? One more for the road. Yeah, Sunday, sorry. Yeah, got to head off, folks, because this is my last opportunity to get the van done before I head to next week. Thank you, everybody. Welcome all new channel members, welcome all new subscribers. Make sure you hit that notifications buttons, folks. Don't worry about giving us a like. I know, you know, it's to us, we don't want to beg for anything. We just want to make sure that you hit that notification button, because we don't want you to miss out on any shows. So look after yourselves, folks, and we'll see you on Sunday. Sunday. Don't know where we're going to be and at what time, but obviously look out for your notifications. Follow us on Twitter. We all obviously put out notifications on there. You can also download the app, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just see here. Have a Miss Fiona Gilbert is a returning member, and Neon X is a returning first class member. Welcome back, Neon X. Welcome everybody. Hope you're doing well. Look after yourselves. Be safe between now and Sunday, and we'll meet up then. And thanks, Gilly, of course, and everybody else involved. So we will see you. Thanks, Chris Opal, for his amazing landing earlier on the Virgin jet from Mumbai. And Captain Ian for your input, Ian, and all our other pilots and engineers and technicians, Kujro. I'm sure that there's a few more on here, but apologies if I missed you. But look after yourselves, folks, and thank you to all those folks with any disability, whatever it may be. We're so humbled and glad we're able to bring you a break in from your daily routines. So thank you so much. Look after yourselves, and we'll see you next time. Okay, GP, you can run.